Scene 5. Later. Rachel Myers rises again, confidence unwavering. Rachel Myers. The state calls Officer Daniel Ruiz to the stand. Officer Ruiz, late 30s, composed in uniform, takes the oath and sits tall in the witness chair. Rachel Myers, CONT'd. Officer Ruiz, were you on duty the night of March 12th? Officer Ruiz. Yes, ma'am. I was dispatched to the Collins residence at 12:22 a.m. Rachel Myers. And what did you observe upon arrival? Officer Ruiz. I found Emma Collins. She was visibly shaken, crying, clothing torn. Her father, Mr. Collins, was present, very distraught. David looks down, fighting to steady his breathing. Rachel Myers. What steps did you take next? Officer Ruiz. We secured the scene, called for medical assistance, and collected the clothing as evidence. Emma was transported to the hospital for examination. Rachel Myers. Did she identify the man responsible? Officer Ruiz. Yes. She named Kyle Mercer. Rachel gives a firm nod. Rachel Myers. No further questions, Your Honor. She sits. Mark Benson stands, strolling casually toward the jury before turning to the witness. Mark Benson. Officer Ruiz, you've testified that Emma was upset when you arrived. Would you agree that people in emotional distress may not always be reliable? Officer Ruiz. She was shaken, yes, but she was clear. Mark Benson. Clear to you. But in your report, did you not state that her statement was fragmented and difficult to follow? Rachel shoots up. Rachel Myers. Objection, mischaracterization of the report. Judge Whitman. Sustained. Rephrase, Mr. Benson. Mark Benson. Tilts head, unfazed. Officer, did Emma's initial account contain inconsistencies? Officer Ruiz. She was in shock. That's common in trauma victims. Mark Benson. So, inconsistencies, yes? Officer Ruiz. Pauses, reluctantly. Yes. Mark smiles faintly, turning toward the jury as though the point has been made. Mark Benson. No further questions. The officer steps down. David's fists clench. He looks like he might stand, but Rachel leans back slightly, giving him a silent warning, stay calm. Scene 6. The air is heavy with anticipation. The judge looks over his glasses. Judge Whitman. The prosecution may call its next witness. Rachel Myers stands. Rachel Myers. The state calls Emma Collins. A hush falls over the courtroom. Emma Collins, 17, fragile but brave, walks slowly toward the stand. Her father, David, watches with pride and pain in equal measure. The bailiff approaches with the oath. Bailiff. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Emma. Softly. I do. Emma takes her seat. She glances at the jury, then quickly drops her gaze. Rachel Myers. Emma, do you feel ready to speak? Emma nods, voice trembling at first. Emma. Yes. Rachel Myers. Can you tell the jury what happened on the night of March 12th? Emma takes a shaky breath, clutching her hands together. Emma. I was walking home from a friend's house. Kyle Mercer, he offered me a ride. We knew each other from school. I thought it was safe. David's chest rises and falls sharply. His eyes glisten. He doesn't blink. Emma, CONT'd. But instead of driving me home, he pulled over. Locked the doors. And then? Her voice breaks. The jury shifts uncomfortably. Rachel steps closer, gently steering. Rachel Myers. Emma, take your time. Emma wipes her tears, breathes in, and forces the words out. Emma. He hurt me. He wouldn't let me go. I said no. I begged him to stop. But he didn't. The room is silent. A single sob escapes David before he covers his mouth with his hand. Rachel nods, reassuring. Rachel Myers. Thank you, Emma. No further questions. Rachel returns to her seat. The silence is broken by the scrape of a chair. Mark Benson stands for cross-examination. His tone is gentle at first, but with an undercurrent of strategy. Mark Benson. Emma, you said you accepted a ride from Kyle Mercer. Why? Emma. I trusted him. Mark Benson. Trusted him enough to get into his car at night, alone? Rachel Myers. Objection. Badgering. Judge Whitman. Sustained. Careful, Mr. Benson. Mark nods politely, then continues. Mark Benson. Emma, in your statement to Officer Ruiz, you said Kyle stopped the car near the park. But later, in your hospital interview, you said, by the old train tracks. Which was it? Emma hesitates, confused. Emma. I don't remember exactly. I was scared. Mark Benson. Scared, yes. But isn't it true that fear can cloud memory? That you might be mistaken? Emma's hands tighten on the armrest. David nearly stands, rage bubbling, but Rachel grips his wrist firmly, a silent plea, "Don't ruin this." Emma, angry through tears. "I am not mistaken. He did this to me." The jury stirs. Mark studies her, then shrugs. "Mark Benson." No further questions. Emma looks down, exhausted but unbroken. David's eyes brim with tears, his pride in her strength outweighs his anger.